Hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our weekend reading for April 23rd through the 25th. And we are using 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot for our weekend message. Let's check the overall theme of energy running through these days. We have the King of Pentacles. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy to see this king. I was talking about him in Thursday's reading, and I've been feeling him for a while, even though he hasn't shown up in the readings proper. So I love that he's here because his message is about really being grounded and present in the now. So, celebrating the now and keeping one's eye on opportunity and adventure in the oncoming. Beautiful card. And I feel that we are in a very sweet cultivation energy. We are using the momentum of now to bless the oncoming blossoming for ourselves. So I love that he's here. Our next card is, the Queen of Swords, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords between them. And I know some tarot readers would take a look at this and say, we have a couple dealing with a third party. Somebody's intruding upon this couple's bond and connection. I'll put that out there for some of you. That's not where it's at for me, though, intuitively. What I really see is this king and this queen. They are in collaboration, and they are wisely collaborating with the Queen of Swords because she is a brilliant strategist. And, one of her traditional meanings in tarot is that she does not suffer any kind of foolishness or nonsense, especially her own. She deals with that. She drops a sword on it when she sees it. She knows how to detect and call out BS. I love that. So where we have the mother and father of material resource in tarot, we also have their beautiful, harmonized, grounded energy. These two, the King and the Queen of Pentacles, really do speak to stability, consistency, truth, and, our own sense of personal justice in within their connection to one another in tarot. They inspire this masterfully within us. So when you see the Queen of Swords, there's choice to be made. And this is no surprise to us. We've seen the Lovers almost all week long, haven't we? And we've talked about making choice, making decision that leans in the direction of fulfillment, happiness, and, Ace of Cups overflow, which we definitely saw in yesterday's reading. Though at times, making choice in that direction requires a brilliant strategy. And within the brilliance of that strategy, there can be a bit of sacrifice. We may have to delay something. We may have to put something off. We may have to come into deeper alignment with divine allowing, right? And that can feel uncomfortable, though that strategy works for us. And we've seen how with the Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, how that pays off for us. So we're at a point, I feel, where we've been heavily influenced by the most recent eclipse season, okay? And I haven't checked. I don't know where the next eclipses are at this time. We could be moving into one very soon. Regardless, we have an influence of the most recent eclipse season. And we've seen that this week in the cards. And I feel that we are benefiting, being blessed by the very things that we had to delay, put off, or, come into harmony with divine alignment, divine allowing, right? Divine order back then. So we're being blessed now from a time when we had to make a sacrifice. And I sense that we are also in a cycle of renewal with that, where it's going to revisit us. So we may find in the coming days and weeks that we've got to do some more delay. We've got to put some things off and yield to divine order. And the reminder here is that we've got divine masculine, divine feminine, We have great harmony and stability and groundedness within ourselves. And we are very shrewd at this time. We are very strategic at this time because we've done this before. And we understand that in some of our more challenging moments, we have to come into that alignment with divine order. And that can feel like frustrated waiting for some people. Though having done it and now seeing the reward of it, there seems to be more of a willingness. We have greater ease and grace and faith for our own process. Ooh. And then we have, well, there he is again, the death card. We've seen a lot of this card lately. Transformation, transition, moving on, having an energy pass away from our foundation because it does not serve us any longer. And I feel that we are letting go of something emotional when we see this card. This is a highly intuitive card as well. It is the second of the water signs, and this is a very deep card. This is Scorpio right here on the table. And, you know, death is looking this woman right square in the face, and she's emotional, she's tearful, and she understands what the pain of loss is, but she also knows the grace of gain for having the wherewithal to go through whatever process, transition, transformation needs to be gone through. And my feeling is here we have the masterful good judgment of the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So this death card, while it may look challenging and it may feel challenging at some points for some of us, we're glad to be going through the transition. We might have a few tears, we might have a few emotions to navigate. I sense, though, that we're happy for it because the next card is the Fool. You know, this is freedom and liberation without any kind of consequence, too. We really can take the leap of faith. I love that the Fool is blindfolded here. And it reminds me of yesterday's reading where I believe we had the Wheel of Fortune and she's also blindfolded in the Bonefire deck. And we are being blessed with something we don't see coming. And my connection to that intuitively here is that the sword between the King and the Queen that delivers the blessing and the gift. And the blessing and the gift that we don't see coming is a result of our ability to navigate these other energies at eclipse season that's brought the blessing into the now with the 9, the Ace, the 10 of Cups we've seen so much of lately. The Lovers as well, because we've been choosing in the direction of our own heart. So we have a surprise and a delight that the universe is going to deliver in divine order, and that's the gift. That's what we don't see coming. And it's pause for great celebration. And oh my goodness. So now we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is back again. I swear it's showing up here as confirmation that we are dealing with the energies of the last eclipse season and probably the oncoming eclipses as well. But with the Knight of Swords, we have dynamic movement here. We have dynamic flow. So whatever process of transformation we find ourselves in with the Death card, we're going to move swiftly through that in a very grounded, harmonized, balanced way. We're grateful for the challenges that we have faced here on the Death card, and I feel that the Eight of Cups is, even though it's a moving forward, great momentum card, I still feel that it is bringing up hindsight review for us, and we're pleased with what we see, and we'll be very pleased with what we were not expecting. Oh, I love it. Oh, hey, here's some more excitement. The Devil card. Now, this has happened a few times recently. We've seen Death and the Devil come together in a reading, and I like that they're both in the reading together because I feel that the Death card is transitioning the Devil card for us. And what's in the Devil but a very chatty ego, a very persistent ego. There's, you know, caution flags waving all around when you see the Devil card, because quite likely we could be listening to a painful ego story as we do the hindsight review of the Eight of Cups while we navigate this transition of the Death card to live more freely in a more liberated way with utter joy, surprise, and delight off the Fool card, right? So some old stories may be popping up for us. That's what the devil is here to share with us. Are we going to take that as truth, or are we going to see the value that came of the life lesson and set ourselves even more free from that, because we're not carrying this, we're not harboring this anymore. So I love that the Death card is here, because it's here to inspire us to turn around and face this devil, right? To look it in the eye like the Death card is doing over here. We need to look to this. I like that this person is also looking up at the eclipse, right? I am looking at what the eclipse showed me. I am moving swiftly through and with great momentum. All of these energies that no longer serve me. I could get tangled up in the story of what once was, but I'm so much more interested in what is now the Fool. And I'm going to continue to take a leap of faith while I nurture myself through these old stories, old feelings. And then, oh, beautiful, the 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles. Heaven touches earth for us yet again. And that's what the king and the queen are focused upon here. And that's why they're bringing in this brilliant strategist within the Queen of Swords. Yes. 7 of coins. It's all about what we don't yet see. There's a whole lot going behind the scenes. And it's another one of those, when it looks or feels as if nothing's happening, that's when everything is really happening. And there it is, confirmed for us. So we've got fruit on the vine. We can't necessarily see the growth process happening moment by moment by moment on this vine, but we can trust that that harvest is bountiful, as promised by the King and Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Swords is here to remind us to swiftly make our decisions in the direction of heart space, maintain that course, that foundation for ourselves, allow this transformation to take place, fully embrace the story that the devil ego wants to speak out loud. To be in resistance to that message is to prolong its presence in our world, so we linger over what the eclipse brought to us in the last eclipse season. And the feeling is we would rather charge on, not without looking at it, but to embrace it, nurture it, love it, let it go, transition it, Death card, because this is what's growing and this harvest is on its way in, while we simultaneously celebrate the bounty of now. Ooh, beautiful. Angel answers, folks. This is a great time to ask a question, get more confirmation, or a fresh message. Let's see what we've got. Angels, how would you like to answer us right now? Very sweet. Trust. That card is sticking with us. It's very consistent at this time. Trust yourself. What was I saying about divine order? Divine alignment? There it is. Perfect timing. Divine timing. Everything is unfolding in its own right way, in its own right season. And we can show up prepared for transformation as we also nurture what we're holding in heart space for development and blossoming. Blossoming, 7 of coins. What's blossoming? Heaven touching earth within us. That's what's blossoming. Emphatically, yes. One more. Ooh, it's jumping out of the deck for us. Be assertive. Not the first time we've seen that one this week either. And I'm glad to see it, because that is an encouragement message of keep going, keep doing what you're doing, because it's absolutely working for you. All right, in our affirmation from the Super Attractor deck, I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Yeah, you can trust that guidance. Absolutely. It's brought you right here, right now. And that is so worthy of celebrating, isn't it? Have a happy weekend, everybody. Enjoy it. Peace, love, joy, and blessings to each of you. Namaste, and bye for now.